Okay, got my mic on. I hope it's working. I wish I was more confident about these starts every time I start. This is out of control. All right. Greetings. Thank you so much for joining me at the painting table. My name is Barrett. We are going to be painting some Phantom Epoch. Good evening, everyone. Dustin, it is good to see you. Thank you so much for joining again. It's awesome to see Dustin. It's nice to see you again here. We are going to be painting up a couple miniatures from the newest board game that I just got called Phantom Epoch. This is a wonderful player dungeon crawler. If you do play solo, though, you do have to play 2 characters. I'm getting ready to do a playthrough. Spoilers, I actually have done part of the playthrough, and now we're going to paint up the miniatures because I was excited to keep on going, and I thought, oh, I need to get these painted miniatures up. So we're going to be working on these miniatures tonight. That's the plan. The 2 miniatures we're going to be painting were voted on by my patrons, so we are going to paint these. I asked my Patreon supporters to ask what species we were going to do, and they chose these 2 species, and I have them right here. So let me show you which ones they are. First, this little bird dude. He is a Valerian. He is going to be, we're going to kind of paint him up a little bit with this like red and white kind of going on. The cool thing is they do actually give full body art on the back, so we can paint them as close as we can to this. Now, it's not going to be exactly like that because I'm not the best painter in the world, so that's probably not going to happen. But our goal is to get these painted so we can play with them on our board games. That's all we're going to do. The other one we're going to be painting up is this guy. He is a Grolak. I believe that's how you pronounce it. I could be completely wrong. We'll find out. A Grolak, it's not full body for this one, but pretty close. Now, interestingly enough, these are going to be pretty easy to paint up because they don't have a lot going on for them, which is kind of nice. I'm actually kind of excited about that. There's not like all these different colors and layers and things like this. It's really like a 2-color process here, which would be kind of nice. Of course, there will be a little bit more detail when it goes into painting this particular character, because you can see by the red feathers and stuff going on. But we're going to start by painting this guy because I think it's going to be a little bit easier, a little bit quicker to do. So now the interesting thing is this has these they don't stand up because they have this thing on the bottom. Now, if you're playing Phantom Epoch, I'm going to give you a hint. Give you secret info here. Secret info. If you're getting ready to paint these guys, please make sure that you do not prime this part of the base. I actually had to scrape some of it off. You might actually see it on there. I had to scrape this off because they use these special HP rings in the game, and it actually became really hard for me to get those on there, and I was afraid I was going to damage the spinny thing. So I decided to, so if you do paint these up, try not to put any paint or primer on these. They actually have them set at exactly the right height. Morganite, it is good to see you. Thank you for joining. Thank you so much for joining. Dustin says he's working on painting some Ravage Star minis while watching. Hobbying with others makes it so much better. Agreed. That's why I thought, you know what, I'm going to paint these guys up. You know what, I'm just going to make a painting stream. If you notice, my painting streams are almost always just, boom, there they are. I don't really put much thought into them. I just say like, hey, you know what, I'm going to paint these guys up. Let's paint with some pals. So I get to painting and we get to paint with the people around. So Dustin, I'm glad you're here. Yogi Bear, good to see you. If I have that, I put some blue tack on the mini to cover those sorts of things before priming. That is a very good point. Very good point. Phantom Epoch is here. Good to know. We should have put a warning about the primer on in the box. The designer is here. It's good to see you. Thank you so much for joining. It's awesome to have you here. If you have any questions about Phantom Epoch, the designer is in the house, so feel free to ask. It'll be good to have him here. That's good stuff. I just did some yard work, so I'm currently lying flat on the floor trying to cool down. Yard work. It's like it never ends. And then you get to the point where you're like, do I hire somebody to do all this? And then you realize, it's just time. I can do this. I can do this. And then you go out and do it and you realize, oh my gosh, there's a lot of work. Yard work is a lot of work. It's a lot of work. But you know what's not a lot of work? Painting. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to paint this cap. Now we're going to use this white. Now the first thing we do is use this Apothecary white. That's what we're going to do. We're going to paint the white on these characters. So we're going to shake up our bottle of paint. That's the deal. Feel free to ask, but I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't even have a copy of the game yet. Oh, that's amazing. That is amazing. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. All right. Now I've got my handy dandy don't spill thing. Oh, and I've got a new camera here. It's my above camera where you can kind of see some of my painting thing. As you can see, it's an absolute disaster mess. This is called Baron's Painting Mess, is what this is. And it shows you all the everything that's kind of going on. So I do have like this neat little handy painting thing that holds a lot of the paints. This one's mostly empty. This is where a lot of my Army Painter speed paints were, but I gave those to my son because he's been painting a lot too, so I gave a lot of those to him. This is actually a full line of old Army Painter, probably from 1916 or something. Oh my gosh, this has been forever. But I've had them; they're still there, so I use those. And so that's a lot of stuff you're seeing up there. Dustin says, I've been lawn care industry for almost 30 years, getting too old for this Kickstarter, this Kickstarter summer heat. Oh, the summer heat is horrible. I live in Minnesota, and it's been going up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. It's 104.68, 104.68, 104.68. It's like out of control. I'm kind of being extreme on that, though. It absolutely doesn't end. I may have to hire someone since we're thinking about selling the house, and depending on how quick things have to move, I'm have to hire someone. Well, Morganite, I wish the best for you and all that. Drink lots of water, Morga. In Kansas, sorry, he's in Kansas. That's funny. Kansas is a good place. I've been to Kansas a couple times. Bottle right next to me. Good. So lay on your back, drink some water. You're doing good. A couple fans blowing on you. That's how you do it. All right, we're gonna get some. Now I'm gonna use a one brush here. That's my plan. I've got this little one brush here that I'm going to use. That's what we're going to use here. So we're going to get some paint on this brush. Now I just come straight out of the pot. I usually don't mix anything or use wet palettes or anything, but we are going to use our card to determine how we're going to do this. So as you can see, basically this whole top part is all white. So we're going to paint it with a white, and it's just going to be this apothecary white, which is going to be very similar to the gray that you're seeing, and that's fine. It doesn't have to be exactly. I just know that I'm painting it, and I'll be able to have that kind of little contrast to it. We're just going to paint this up like this. Now, like I said, it's being painted onto the gray, so it's really not going to show too much of a difference, but that's okay. We're just going to paint it up. There are probably some better paints for this, but we're going to use apothecary white, and it'll be just fine. Because he's going to kind of be a two-tone type dude here. I think this guy's going to be the easier of the bunch to paint, which would be kind of nice. We're going to paint this all the way around the back here. So I'm going to paint the back of this as well. And honestly, if I get this on any other part of the miniature, it really doesn't matter since it's kind of almost the same color. Now I could go back and I might try a little bit of dry brushing or highlighting and stuff. We'll see. We'll see. I'm actually more disappointed in this than I thought I'd be. Actually, this is really just a joke. It's pretty much the same color that's on the thing. So we might go with some Wraithbone white and then do a wash on it, I think is what we're going to do with that. So we're going to let this kind of sit like this for a while, and we're going to let this, we're going to let that dry, and then I'm going to paint something right on top of it. I'm not a big fan of that. I'm not a big fan of that at all. That did not work. So then after that, I'm just going to put some water in there, and I got this little paper towel over here where I kind of slide my brush across to get it so it's back to its point. And let's go to a different color. Now, we're going to do a complete extreme. We're going to go from white to, let's see here. We're going to grab, which one are we going to grab? We're going to grab our, I'm going to move this cup of water before I dump it on the floor or myself or everything else. Because I'm going to be reaching up here for all this stuff. Usually I have my darker colors over here. So that means my Black Templar should be over here. Unless I was using it, then it's out here somewhere. Let's see here. Oh, but it's right here. Nope, that's Null Oil. Nope. Nope. I think we got some up here. Here's some Black Templars. Not a lot left. Not a lot left in those Black Templar. But I found it. I found it. So we're gonna shake that up a little bit and get this ready to go. There's not a lot left in this at all. There must be another black. I think oh, there it is. I found a good Black Templar right there. Boom. Bonus. I have an old Black Templar and I got a new Black Templar. I should have just thrown the old one out. Always shake up paints before I use them. But as you can tell by the character here, this character does have a lot of. Why did it do that? That's amazing. All right, we're gonna do a quick. We call this the quick swap. The quick swap. I don't think I can call this a quick swap. We gotta figure out how we're gonna do this. Let's see here. Don't have a quick swap for this. I think I broke my camera. Be awesome. Oh, I think I do have a quick swap. Let's see if I can think of a quick swap. Basically, my camera just died, which is awesome. That was not part of the plan tonight, was my camera dying. Oh, I got a plan. Let's see if this works. Okay, this is going to be something I've never tried before, but in theory, my phone will connect straight to this thing. We can just use this. What colors are you doing for that figure? This camera works though. That's good stuff. We're gonna get this thing to work here. I got this one. We're gonna try this. I got a plan. While that one tries to power up, I got a new plan. We're gonna use the one that doesn't have to actually be connected to the computer to work. I don't know how that works, but that's the deal. We'll take a second here. There we go. Gotta pop the case off my phone here. I'm gonna use my phone. In theory, Baron. Yep, in theory. In theory is the deal. Who needs to see what the mini when you can see your face, right? That's right. Yes, I am camera. I am camera, photogenic, awesome. All right, we're gonna go to my dark screen here for just a second. Let's see if this works. Let's see if I can get this to work. See if this works. There we go. Look at that. Presto, changeo, rearrangeo, new camera in the house. All right. I have no idea the technology that goes into this, but it worked. And so we're just going to go with it. Sorry, you're going to see a lot of movement right now because there you go. Okay. Now, we got that good to go here. We are going to hit OK on that, and then we are going to find a place. So where are we painting? Painting right here still? Okay, now it's just inverted. That's amazing. Okay, so now we're transforming to rotate 180 degrees. Well, that's not good. That's my pants. We don't need to see my pants. All right, let's see here. There we go. I think that might be right about here. All right, we'll go with that. Now let's see. Okay, I think we did it. Oofta, disaster averted. I think we did it. Except my camera's like right in my face now, but that's okay. That's okay. We have the technology. I have the technology. I don't even know how it works. That's the best part of the whole deal. I don't even know how this technology works, and it's working. So we're gonna go back to paint camera and get this all set up here. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, aimed right here. Do it. Let's do it up. All right, that's where we're painting from. We're painting right here. Let's see if I can't even zoom in. So whatever you see is the deal here. Yep, it's just gonna be like that. Okay. So we are going to paint, we're going to paint this guy up. We're going to use black on this guy. This is all going to be black right here. That's going to be the plan. Why does this feel like this is, let's see, if I come in like that's okay, that's just out of control. Send me that. There, that looks a little bit better. All right. Oh boy. Oh! We have the tech, we don't know, we don't have the knowledge. This that's true, Dustin. How does anything even work? Exactly. Oh, we'd all be back to square wheels and stuff pretty quick. Yeah, I'm about to be at square wheels. Okay, there we go. We got our guy. We're gonna paint him right here. Here's the deal. Okay. Oh boy, that was a party right there. Nothing like losing the power on your camera you're using, but oh well. We'll go to this one. That's why I always have a backup. I'm like NASA. I'm like NASA. NASA always have a backup, right? Something like that. What's this? Please don't do anything crazy. I barely have a camera. Okay. Whew. All right, so we're going to paint him black in all the other areas here. It's going to be the deal. So we're going to paint all this black. And we're going to come back and paint the other stuff white later. We're going to keep our paint pot open. I'm going to flick it up a little bit more. Put some paint on our brush. Get our guy back here. Oh boy. Well, if that's the only thing that goes wrong during this painting stream, I'm going to be pretty happy about that, and that's the deal. I think that collar's actually a pale yellow gold in the picture with a bit of green. What? Yeah, that or my camera is out of control. Really? Looks pretty white to me. And you're not... I think you might have heat stroke, Morganite. So, yeah. I'm gonna keep painting this with the black, all kind of down this whole thing here. We kind of neat because it's still gonna give it's still gonna have the muscular muscles of this guy showing out here, which would be kind of cool. Which would be pretty neat. Okay, that thing's got to stop. It's going to do that a lot, and I'm going to be pissed, but that's the best I can do. I'd say white cream color. Yeah, I do agree with the kind of white cream color, which is what we're probably going to go with. I think you're right, Dustin. We are going to go with that. I was very disappointed in the apothecary white. That's not even close to what I want. So we do have like some wraithbone that we have, and then I think I'm just going to give it an Agrax Earth Shade. I think we're going to go with that. That's going to be our deal. I'm going to go check the campaign page. Okay, you go check the campaign page, but don't die of heat stroke on the way. Stay hydrated. Stay hydrated. Peter, it's good to see you. Thank you so much for joining. It's awesome to have you here. I say it's blue and teal with some red. I haven't looked though. Thanks. For a second there, I thought we were going to start talking about that. What do you call it? You know, there's that thing on the internet, like, is this shoe teal or white or something, or is the dress blue with gold or something, where you look at it and everybody says different. Yup, it's the camera. Okay, it's the camera. Good. Well, can't do much about the camera. The camera's the best I got here, especially when it's this one. All right, we're going to keep on going with the black here. And then since it's contrast paint, which is what I'm using, it's called, I should tell you what the paint is I'm using. It's called black, something black. It's called, oh my gosh, I can't remember it. I just had it. I said it like 100 times. Black Templar, oh boy. Black Templar. There's a cyberpunk blue on the wrist guards. Yes, there is. That I'm going to try to work on. I will try to work on it. Black Templar, thank you, Dustin. As soon as I said black, I can't remember it. Of course, it's everybody else. Black Templar, dude. And I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. I can't believe I forgot that. It's like one of the most commonly used colors. It's a really good black. Now I'm painting all the way across him, but I'm not painting this part yet because there is this fur lining that's kind of around his pants. So we're going to try to just kind of push the brush up to it. And that way we're not painting, like I'm not going to paint this way across it. I'm actually just going to kind of try to paint up to it. So we're going to kind of come at it from the top here. So I don't want to paint on it. Oh boy, now I've said that and then it's like right in here. So we're going to see if we can get to it. There we go. I think we got it. Now we're going to paint the rest of this here. Just whoosh, whoosh, whoosh right across. Swoosh, swoosh, swoosh. Now again, we've got the same thing going on with the wrist guard here. So we're just going to kind of push our black right up to it here. Yep, do that. Please do that some more. That's amazing. I apologize for that. That's kind of going to do that for this whole stream. Unless the other camera decides to power up and decides not to be mean to me. That's the plan. We'll see. We'll see. Actually, believe it or not, I'm kind of digging the camera that I'm using right now. I just wish it wouldn't do that. I think I might have to actually adjust my painting ability streams here and figure out how to make it so I can use that camera, because that camera actually has a really good picture compared to the one I was using. All right, a little more black on here. There we go. Well, in a shocking turn of events, the other camera powered up, but I think I'm going to leave it over there for now. All right. And just like that, we're getting closer. Way to go, my go-to black paint. Yes, yes it is. Oh, I love this. I love this one. I agree, Dustin. This is a fantastic black paint. I love it because black, otherwise you just get like this flat matte black done. Like this, actually, you can see like the rib cage and stuff like that in there. It really gives that stand out. Got to paint on those abs. That's right, the paint on the abs. Boom, get the abs painted. There you go. Get them all nice and good. I'm debating late pledging to Terminus Frontier again. My main hesitation is that it would be yet another campaign. It would be another campaign. This is true. Now, the thing about campaign games for me is I have a lot of them. I know that's a shocker. But I tend to keep ones that do something that other ones don't. And so far, Terminus Frontier does have something going on that others don't that I'm interested in trying out. I think I might see a lot of the similarity between that and, oh, what's the other one? Why can't I remember it? I can't remember it. Oh boy. Oh boy. Thank you. Yes, Morganite, Rogue Angels. I think there's going to be a lot of similarities in it, just from the standpoint of like the character concepts and things like that. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. It's impossible to have too many campaign games. See, Peter actually has the right plan there. It is impossible to have too many campaign games. It's impossible. This is true. This is very true. But right now, I have played the Prelude, or the Prelude, the Phantom Epoch, and I really, really enjoyed it. So I'm going to keep on playing that one for now. That one is super, super cool. There's a lot of things going for it that are really neat. I really liked it. All right, now this guy does have, nope, I'm just going to paint the pans black. That's the deal. The insides of the palms does have what looks like a cream color again, but I think we're just going to go with black. I'm just going to paint them black. Sometimes you just want to make your life easier. That's the deal. Yes, please do that over and over. I love it. That's my favorite. It's my absolute favorite. There we go. Keep painting these over. Paint all the way around the black with black. We're going to paint the arm things the same as we're going to paint the upper torso area once we get up there. That's be the plan. Now also the claws on this guy, I could paint that cream color as well, because it looks like he has claws coming out of him, but we'll see. We'll see. Now the pants, I am going to paint a different color. That's the plan here. We'll see what we can do. Just invest in better quality restraints so that your other players can't leave. I mean, why would anyone want to leave? That's right, exactly. I'm waiting on Rogue Angels to eventually come in. I should play the prototype some more. You should play prototype some more. Oh my goodness, the game's awesome. I've actually got my prototype over on the side. I thought he might want me to ship it off to me, but Emil hasn't given me anybody who wants me to ship it to, and I don't want to get rid of it because he might want me to show. Oh my gosh, that's going to really make me sad all day. I might have to switch back to the other camera. That's going to get annoying. It's going to get what's called super annoying. All right. We got that guy we got the black parts of him. Oh, except for the feet. The feet are also going to be that black color. And also part of his face. Part of his face is also going to be black as well. But we're going to get the feet here also this black. And I was thinking, I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do about that base. I was thinking about painting it black, but then his feet are black. So we'll have to decide. Maybe I'll make it that cream color. That'd be kind of cool. So he just kind of has all this cream and cream color going on. We'll see. We'll figure it out at a later date. Right now we're just going to paint up his whole body here. There we go. Getting closer. The black is done. Minus these 6 spots. Nailed it. That's right. Except for these 6 spots. Except for this spot and that spot. And oh yeah, his tail too. I probably should get his tail. That's another thing that needs to get painted black. So yeah, except for these like spots I have left, like all of it. And again, I'm not too worried about hitting this base because I am probably going to go through and do something with the base. I'm not sure yet what. I might even do like the whole like sand and stuff on it and maybe paint it up a little bit. We'll see. We'll see to figure out what we're going to do about that. Not exactly sure. We're getting these legs kind of in here and get these done. And the cool thing is this is a living creature. It's organic. So like even if I don't get it perfectly done, it's like still has that like organic feel where like you could think it is that's not like something that has to be perfectly have the perfect lines and things like that. So paint it right in like that. There we go. That's done. Put a little bit more over here if I can. Oh boy. All right, there we go. Dorkslit, good to see you. Thank you again for joining. What's the mini used for? The mini is used for Phantom Epoch. We are painting up some Phantom Epoch miniatures tonight. The race that was chosen by my Patreons was the dog race and the bird race. So we are painting a dog and a bird, I guess you could say. That's the deal. So that's the deal. So right now I'm kind of washing out my paintbrush and just kind of getting it back to a point over here, just like that. And at this point, I think it's time to switch back to the other camera because this one's being super mean to me. Let's see if this works. Let's try this dance again. Hopefully it won't die on me. If it dies on me, I'll be sad. There we go. Now we're going to try something. Let's see what happens when I do this. Oh, I got a plan. We're going to go like this. I can do it from here, and then you don't have to see me just fiddling with a bunch of cameras. I can actually be kind of cool. All right, let's see. There we go. And I think we got it for now. I say for now, so I'm going to put this one over here in case I need it again, because that was a joke. All right, let's put this in here. We'll get ourselves all set. We got our camera back. Let's see what it looks like. Let's see what it looks like. Let's see here. Gotta fix it. Pow. I'm going to prime some Shadows of Brimstone miniatures this weekend. Really want to play that game more, and I'm tired of gray. Forbidden Fortress has such a good color opportunities. Oh my gosh. That was the first thing I painted when I kind of went into, when I got furloughed during COVID. The first game I picked up to paint was Forbidden Fortress. I said, I am going to paint the core box for Forbidden Fortress, and I'm not stopping till it's done. And I'm so glad I did that. It looks super, super cool when you get it all painted. How do you get back painting? You do. Painting's super awesome. I only got my first set of Shadowed Brimstone this year and painted everything, and then started buying expansions and painted all of them too, and played it a lot. It's so much fun. Agreed, Yogi Bear. Agreed. I need to get back to that game. It's super good. Super good. I like that game a lot. One thing that I've found that keeps me painting is not overwhelming myself. Being able to, like, for example, when I did the shadows for Forbidden Forge, like, if you start taking all your Shadowed Brimstone miniatures, build them all, and get them ready to paint, you have like this mountain of miniatures, and all you think about is, there's no way I'm getting through that. Where if I take like one enemy group and paint, then I prime it and paint it, build it, prime it, paint it, then I can kind of get through them. I think it's easier for me to get through them that way. It's so much harder for me to prime and paint like an entire thing in one thing. For example, right here you can see a bunch of gray miniatures. Kind of, this is my Warhammer army, and I did actually build all the miniatures and prime them all because I needed to kind of play as I painted, so I didn't get, you can't play if you're not at least built. So I had to at least build them all. So we have them built, which is, but I am painting them in unit groups. So right now I'm working on this group, for example. This is the Shield Guard or whatever. Shield something. So I am painting the 5 that go with that first. Even though they're all going to have the same scheme, they're all going to have this gold. They're all pretty much going to look the same. They're all going to look like this gold with like potential capes and things like that, right? So I'm going to take all of them, and so I could just go completely down the line with all 14 of these miniatures and paint them all just gold. Do all the gold. But I've noticed that I wear myself out that way. Yeah, like one expansion box. So I painted all of Derelict Ship and painted it, then played it. Yeah, that's exactly what to do. I love it. And then I bought another box. Exactly. See, that's what you do. It's kind of like Warhammer. You buy a box of dudes, you build them, and you paint them. I need to work on painting my ship for Stars of Icarios. I got all the scenery done. Oh my gosh. I so want to get that game back to the table. There's so many kids I want to get to the table. So many kids I want to get to the table. Oh my gosh, that's so good. Batches for the win. That's right, Mike. Good to see you. Thank you for joining. It's awesome to have you. Gold Custodians. It's a genius move. Oh, I know. I am totally outside the box on that one, aren't I? Totally outside the box. No, not outside the box at all. That's exactly what they are. All right, let's go back to this painting camera and see what it looks like. Well, didn't look like anything. That was great. Let me see if it what's going on here. Why is it doing this? Let's see here. Oh, nope, that's me. That's the wrong one. Let's try this one. Oh, there we go. Did that work? No. Why didn't it work? What? Why didn't it work here? Works there. No, it didn't work there? Oh, come on. Why are you being so mean to me, Mr. Camera? It shows you there in my picture, my magic picture. Nope, that's not the one. Let's try this one. Oh, where is it? I don't see it. It's like not here. Why? Why do you hate me so, Mr. Camera? This is called flying by the seat of my pants. Boy. Oh no, we mounted it. It's plugged in. I even see it right there in my like pre-screen, but it won't go onto my main. Oh, maybe it's no. It's not. Oh no, that's not it. What if I turned it off and turned it back on again? That work? No. Let's see what happens. That work? No. Fail. There's just massive fails everywhere. You know, whenever you have a good idea and it just doesn't do right, that makes me sad. It's such a good name. Barrent. They released a card pack designed to assist with single mission games for Shroud of Brimstone, so you don't have to play multiple missions for you if you don't want to. Oh, that's awesome. That's good stuff. Stars of Icarios is so good. I need to play that one more. Yeah, need to play that more. Locked? Yeah, no. Did you? Got to threaten the camera to get it working. That's the plan. I'm going to threaten this thing. Oh, I thought it would work. See, defaults. No, that's fails. Okay, let's see here. Work. This I command. This I command. Why are you being sad? She was working and then it died. That was awesome. That was my favorite. Oh, I got an idea. Let's do this. Got a plan. That work? Let's find out. No. No. Looks like there are spiders running the cameras on the stream. Spider gremlins. It's about right. Threat's not working. Try sweet talk. Oh, okay. Hey, Mr. Camera, please work for me. Why are you being so mean? I would love it if you actually worked. You'd be so nice. Oh, you're not nice. You're a mean, evil camera that wants me to fail and look like a fool live on YouTube like you always do. You vile camera. Vile camera. It's right there. It's like right there. I'm looking right at it on my screen. And it won't actually go to the screen. It just stays dark. Oh boy, that's probably even using the mic from it. Who knows? Okay, give up. We're gonna do this one, and it's gonna be this is gonna be the worst painting stream ever. I'm so sorry, but we're getting rid of this thing. Unless I can get it to work. I'll flip it upside down. Because that always works, right? I love when it says waiting for USB to connect when it's actually connected. My favorite. Super frustrating. Okay, you have failed me. I'll work on that. We're going back to this one, which is interesting. Let's see if we can get this to where... Oh, now you're seeing a black screen. At least you can show my face. Well, it just reminded me that I have supplemental card packs arriving from Shadow Brimstone next week. That's awesome. That's awesome. The screen looked Templar black. See, that was the problem. I painted it Templar black. That was the best painting stream ever. Wouldn't be a painting stream if everything worked like it should. Exactly. Oh my gosh, I'm trying to get to that point. That's my goal, right? That's my goal. All right, there you go. Don't wait for connection. Just connect. Just connect. Let's see here. Just connect. See, this is the one that connects. You can disconnect to remove this iPhone from the Mac camera list. I don't want to. Let's pause do. Well, that was a bad idea. Let's do resume. All right, we're just going to go with it. Boom. And that's the deal. I apologize for anything this thing does that it's not supposed to. We're just going to go with it, and that's the way it's going to be. Preset high? What? Sure. Preset high. Don't even know what that means. All right, let's get back to where the painting is happening. Right there. And that's where the painting's happening tonight. Almost. There. Wow, he got a lot bigger. I got a plan for that. He's still really super big. Yeah, do that. That's good. Perfect. All right. There. Well, that's fantastic. I am an idiot. I know it's a surprise. No, discard this. No, just go away. Go away. Boom. Okay, now I'm there. That's half the battle. Hey, how's it going? Let's make me a little bit bigger because I'm all that. Ooh. All right, now let's go to this one. Where did it go now? Where did you go? Oh my gosh. Okay, now we're there. Is this good? Okay, that's fantastic. Let's go to where the actual miniature is. That'd be half the battle here. That'd be a joy, right? There. All right, we're gonna paint this guy. Oh my gosh. Steve, good to see you. Dan, awesome to have you here as well. Lots of people jumped in. Why is that the picture? No, I don't want this to be the picture. I want this to be this. There. Perfect. Now let's go to here. Okay, I think we're... Okay. Okay, I think I don't have to be mad anymore. This is maddening, but I don't have to be mad anymore. All right. Oh, boy. I am so sorry. Okay, we're good. We're good. What anime is the poster in the background of? Oh, that's a great question. That's an old anime called Dot Hack Sign. Oh, my gosh. That anime was really good from a long time ago. I watched that one so many times. It was really good. I can't decide if I'd rather see your face or the darkness. Thanks, Dan. See, I know there's love here in this stream. That's my favorite. Maybe, but see, the problem is if you don't see my face, you can't see the shock and horror when a spider runs by my table here. That'll be the deal. What's this? Not now. What does this thing want me to do? Okay, well, you're dead. This camera's dead to me. You can go over there. That's the garbage over there. Drip drop. I see the stream is going perfect. It is. Now that you're here. Now that you're here, it's going to go great. That's the deal. I knew I recognized it, but couldn't remember it. Yeah, it's a good one. It's a good one. Had fantastic music. That was one of the things I really liked about it. Okay. Back to the sky. Back to the sky. What is going on? What just happened? This might be the like now I've got what? Now I've got nothing. Got that. Oh, I got a plan. Okay. New plan. This is my camera. Come here. We're gonna bring this one down. This camera's done too. Okay, we're out of here. That camera can go over there. That one's done too. We're using this camera. This is the new camera. This is our new painting camera. It's right here. This is our new painting camera. Give it up on everything else I own. This is now my painting camera. Okay. Oh my goodness. We're going to zoom this in. There we go. This is going to be my painting camera now. It's going to be great fun. Here we go. All right. We're painting right here. This is what we're painting. Okay, this guy. Here we go. Let's see here. This thing even halfway normal here. Let's turn it a little bit. Let's get it. There we go. Just like that. So it's coming down. Now it's going to look like it's coming on my face, but that's okay. I know that now it's probably right in my face. Yep. Quit painting everything black. That's about it. Oh my gosh, your equipment is out to get you. It is. This is the worst it's ever done. You're running out of cameras. I know. I only got 2 left. If this one goes, we're done. It's just gonna be a Q&A stream from then on. Oh, camera's go sit by the spiders and think about what you've done. That's right. Go over there. You vile contraptions. Oh my gosh, I'm so confused. Where am I? Am I over there? Am I over here? Exactly. What on earth is happening? Oh, okay. We're going to paint here. Okay. Now, oh boy, this is something else. We're still moving. I apologize. We're going to do a little bit more movement here. Here we go. I'm going to zoom in. Whoosh. There's a lot of whooshing. A lot of whooshing. Whoosh. There we go. Okay, now I can get to where my guy is. There he is. We're gonna paint from above. I've never done this before, but I think I need to rotate this 180, transform this 180 degrees, or I'm not gonna know what's going on. Oh boy. Now moved over there. Where did the miniature go? Found it. Nailed it. First try. Everyone hold your breath, or the camera will die. That's right. Hold on. There you go. Is the black dry now? Yep, everything's dry. We're good to go. We can do whatever we want. It's like an action film. Yeah, except it doesn't star somebody awesome. It just stars me. I guess I'm kind of awesome, but I'm not an action star. That's for sure. All right. Oh, we might get a guy painted tonight. We'll see. We'll see. This is the ongoing struggle. I've still got a... No, that black's all dried out. Okay, every black is dried out. All right, we're going to paint a little more black on this guy. Get him all kind of... Here we go. Right in the cracks. There we go. I think we got this guy. The black is pretty good. Okay, oh, we gotta get the tail. That's right, we gotta get the tail. Tail's gonna get black on one side, but on the other side, we're gonna do the cream color. So we're just gonna kind of paint it down like this. That's the deal. Oofda. Barrett, less than Tom Cruise. Fact. True. That is fact. I am not... Well, I mean, this painting stream's kind of a Mission Impossible. I mean, if you think about it. So we're painting this entire tail. We're going to paint the 2 sides of this tail. These 2 sides that you see here. Black. So we're going to slide the paintbrush kind of just right down. Whoosh. Get to there. There you go. Now one thing that's hard about contrast paints is if you're painting like just a straight line with it and you don't want it to, because it's meant to dip into the recesses. Oh, Dan, it's good to see you. Thank you for joining. It's awesome to have you here. You might notice a new addition to my forehead. It's the camera that is cooperating tonight. It's my cooperation camera. It's the only one I got left. I tried to be tricky and have 3 cameras tonight. That was a bad idea. Is this the one that has the funny counter bases? It is. It is the one that has the funny counter bases. You are correct. This is the Phantom Epoch miniatures, where they have the bases on the bottom that connect to the hit point dial, which, by the way, is a new gold standard in dungeon crawlers. I expect all dungeon crawlers to do that from now on, because it is super good, super easy to do, and super easy to keep track of everything. Instead of having dials that, like, what do you call them, those, the spinner dial, like having like a spinner thing on the side or something like that. It's great framing. Yeah, you love that. You love it. This is like top notch right here, baby. You can't get better than this. Oh, at least my chat's working tonight. That's half the battle, and chat didn't work on the last one, so it's always something, right? We're just making sure we go. There you go. Okay. Black's done except for his face. Now we gotta look at his face. Now the cool thing is they did actually section out the different parts of his face. So if you look at it, it actually has the, what do you call them? The contours of where you're supposed to paint and not paint on it, which will help a lot here. All right, I have to catch the stream later. Got to crash. Just wanted to stop by and show some love. I appreciate it, and please, no spills. Nope, don't worry, no spills. No spills. I got my handy dandy paint holder here, so no spills. No spills. No spills. But thank you so much for joining Drip Drop. It's awesome to have you here. Have a wonderful night. A wonderful night. What's this? Sleepy Hollow had a mediocre attempt at it, but it's great to see. Completely agree. So much better than tokens. Yes, better than tokens, better than spinner dials, better than everything, because we're like even using dice and things. Sometimes my favorite is when I track things with a die and then I'm playing and also I look down, I'm like, where was that die? Oh, I rolled it. And I'm like, that was bad. Now I have no idea, which has happened many times. All right, now we're going to go with some Wraithbone White. We're going to go with Wraithbone White. I've got it right here. It is a base color by Games Workshop right here. And that's the deal. Yes. Best health counter, activate mini destruction. That's right. Dead. Mini destruction. Yeah, that was pretty good, huh? The die. I know, I've rolled it so many times. And like I was playing Warhammer with Ridley, and he's like, dude, Dad, how many hit points that guy got left? I'm like, all of them? No, I hit him. I rolled the die, so he's got all of them back. I figure it's a good way to heal your characters. If you accidentally rolled the die, you can choose whatever number you want. Yeah, exactly. I gave him full hit points. We're good. It's good. It didn't matter. Oh, that's the wrong one. It didn't matter. I still lost the game. My son's better at the game than I am. And that's just how that works. All right, so we've kind of got some Wraithbone White. We're going to paint all of the... I know I forgot to do his head. We were supposed to do his head first, so we're going to do this. We're going to paint all this. Now, this is going to be that blue. There's there's this thing right here. You can kind of see it's kind of got a little raised thing on his, what do you call this thing? Wrist gauntlet thing that we're going to do. Now, this we're just going to paint all white here. And then we're going to go over it with an Agrax Earthshade at some point. That's the deal. It's like this. And that's because this isn't a contrast paint. This is just a straight white paint. Yeah, that's literally me all the time. Those D6 counters always get picked up and rolled. Exactly. And I love when games come with them and they're like, oh yeah, you just use the D6s as the counters. I'm like, nope, I'm going to roll those. And it's going to be awesome. And people are going to wonder what had just happened and why I rolled them. And I'll be like, well, that's how it goes. We're going to paint this in all the little parts here, just like that. Get it nice and nice in there. There we go. Get some more paint on here. I want to be careful not to paint the black, so I'm going to turn the miniature so that when I am painting, I'm careful not to get it into the black there. And if it still has some of the gray in there, that's totally fine. I'm okay with that. As a matter of fact, I've come to accept it. So again, we're just going to go over this entire miniature with this white. we go. Keep on going here. I hit the black. That's awesome. That's okay. I might dry brush over that. We'll see. We can always just, of course, go over that with black. That would not be a problem. And the interesting thing is not only is his coat white, but so is like a lot of the face of this guy too. And I'm okay painting some of him a little bit on the neck here because I can go through and paint the black right on top of it, and it's not going to matter too much. It's a darker color. Even though it's a contrast paint, it's still a darker color. It'll go right over it. All right, now we need to hit this white part of his face. We have to figure out where they are. They're the jaw line here. So you see the bottom jaw line? We're going to hit that white. Just like this. Kind of comes right in here. Now I'm going to switch to a different brush. The extra white is just light shining off the muscles. That's right. That's what it is. I'm going to switch to a smaller brush. So I'm going to switch to a 000 here so that I can get a little bit more control. I'm going to take some of that paint off it so there's just barely any paint on this, just enough to kind of work on what I'm working on. We're going to get that little cheek part here. Get that. I'm going to come down on this jawline here and across it. There we go. And now we're going to flip the miniature and get right inside here, the neck area here. Perfect. All right, now that's not everything. He also has this thing right up on the top of his head here, and you can see it. It actually gives me the indentation of it, so I can paint right on top of that, which would be really nice. I do like when they do that, because I'm not good at freehanding stuff, so if you give me an outline of something I can paint, I'm going to be way better at it. This will come right down on his nose. I probably didn't need to go that big on his nose, but that's okay. There we go. There we go. Now, is there even a little bit there? That's his eye. There's a little bit on his eye. We'll just kind of brush his eye a little bit. A little bit of the eye here. Perfect. That's going to be terrible. Okay, good stuff. I think we got him. I think we got him here. Okay, now there's going to be some drying time, but we're going to go over to his gauntlets as well. I want to get these. And we're going to leave the raised parts of these gauntlets. I'm not going to do white. We're going to do them. Actually, this white is almost exactly what I need. I might not need to use a wash on it. This white is a really good cream white color that is going to work really well for this. Kind of going around the edges of it here. Curses! I had a craving for sweet corn bread and forgot I boiled all my eggs yesterday. No! Oh no, sweet corn bread. I have never had sweet corn bread. That must be something from your neck of the woods. I've never had sweet corn bread. I've eaten sweet corn. We have a lot of sweet corn. Never had sweet corn bread. I'm guessing it's good. Yes, I'm excited for this one. Just got mine. Oh, Board Game Officer, it's good to see you here. Thank you so much for joining. It's awesome to have you here. Yes, Phantom Epoch is in the house getting painted tonight. I had so much fun playing through the prelude that I thought I need to paint these up so I can get back to playing the game here. So we're painting up the guys we're using. We are using one of these Gralox, Gralloc. We're using a Grellic. And that's going to be our warrior character. We're playing a warrior. My Patreon supporters voted on the characters for this game, and they voted on this one. A Grelloc. He's going to be a warrior. And then we're also using the bird. The bird is a stretch goals character, I believe, or an add-on character, I should say. Add-on character. And add-on species. It's an add-on species. There we go. It's speeding up real good. Okay, I like this white. It's working out really good. What on earth do you eat chili? What on earth do you eat chili with? That's a great question. That'd be a spoon. That'd be a spoon. I eat the chili with the spoon. Chili with the spoon. We actually use popovers. We have popovers for chili. Chili, we use popovers a lot. That's the other one we use. We eat with popovers, which is pretty awesome. I don't know if you played that, if you popovers, but glad I got to. Yes, I like the 12 different pronunciations. Yes, thank you. I nailed it at least. At least one of those pronunciations was dead on, Baron. Yeah, I got one. Just waiting to hear the playthrough. I don't think I got any of them. Okay, let's see here. Keep on going with this guy. I could switch back to my bigger brush, but I'm just going to keep going with this smaller brush. That's fine. Now I am leaving the sides of this, as you can tell, around it, because I'm going to paint that. There's like a fur around the around it, which we're going to paint. We're going to paint the fur eventually here. Now, for those of you who don't know, Board Game Officers has a channel, and he actually did some Phantom Epoch during the actual crowdfunding campaign. And it was very informative and gives you a really good idea how to play it. And it's pretty still right on with the rules that are out right now. Not too much has changed since that playthrough. So if you're looking at how the game plays, you can go check that out. I think I have a link to his channel in the description of this video. So you can go check that out if you're interested. But we are almost done painting the white part of his bracers here. And again, I'm not too worried if I kind of mess up this white a little bit, because it is white and almost anything can go over white, so I'm not too worried. There we go. Now that we got the white on him, well, nope, not yet. Well, why would you not pick the Grelloc? I know. Why wouldn't you? He's fantastic. Lots of hit points. He's amazing. I started painting a mini for my Daggerheart tabletop role-playing game. It looks like I painted it during an earthquake and drinking earthquake after drinking 12 Red Bulls. That's awesome. Oh, Steve, that's great. I'm glad you're getting into Daggerheart. You have to tell me how that goes for you. I actually picked up a copy myself, but I haven't had a chance to play it. I don't. I have to kind of find a group to play it first. I have a little group, but we're playing Dungeons & Dragons right now, and so we'll maybe try some Daggerheart at some point. But for now, we're not doing it. So you have to tell me how it goes for you. You have to tell me how it goes. Now we got to paint this belt. I'm just going to paint the belt straight across, because then we're going to paint a little bit more here. I'll try not to hit these parts. There we go. Paint, paint, paint. Actually, I'm doing okay here. I'm going to paint all that belt there and this belt here. There you go. Keep on going. Round, around. The belt goes round. The belt's around here. Just like that. All right, so I'm semi-happy with my camera now. Actually, it's funny enough, that's actually not too bad a camera. It's kind of blurry. I'm not too big fan of that, but which classes did your Patreon choose? I am super excited for the advanced class Pyromancer. It's funny you should mention the Pyromancer. I thought about doing the Pyromancer, but then I thought, you know what? Colin and I talked about it, which Colin and I are going to play this live after we get done with the first mission. I want to play the first mission so I can explain the rules and everything, and people can watch it and understand. But then when I play when Colin is going to jump in with me starting in mission 2. We didn't want to play the healer, because neither of us wanted to be a healer. So we thought we need to find characters that could probably work together without getting slaughtered. And so I did reach out, and I was told that the Pyromancer might not be your first choice without the healer, because it's a kind of more of an advanced class to play. I'm kind of excited to play it, but I'd want to play it if I have a healer with me. That'd be the way to go. So we're going to be playing with the Rogue and the Warrior. I think it'll be a ton of fun. Very good game, very thematic. My players actually felt like felt like what their characters do really mattered. What their characters could do really mattered. Yes. Okay. Sorry. Wow. I can barely read. What accuracy level will the rules be? 50% or higher? I'm hoping for 50%. I might even. Don't get me wrong. I'm going to stretch for 75% on this one. I'm going real high. Going real high. Nice. I had a lot of fun fun with the Rogue when I played before. Nice. Nice. I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to it. So we'll see how that goes, especially when I get 75% of the rules right. So it should be really good. See here again, not the end of the world if I don't get everything perfect here on this belt, because we are going to paint the pants. The pants are going to be a different color, and they also still continue with this fur up across it too. Now the question is, what am I going to paint the pants? Any suggestions on pants color here? I'm going to go white down here at the bottom so I can make sure to hit the black, because that'll be awesome. Just kind of around this thing, I'm going to paint white. Not sure what color I'm going to paint the pants, though. Can the pants be pink? We shall see. We shall see. That's usually my go-to answer for probably not, but we'll see. We shall see. I was hoping to kind of paint them similar to what they are, which is this color. I don't really know what color it is. Well, I'm not really sure what that is. Like a dark brown, maybe? I don't know. Maybe a dark brown. What's this? Haha, I was going to say pink too. Thanks, Board Game Officer. It's great. In D&D, it's very cut and dry. You either succeed or fail. In Daggerheart, you can succeed with a minor setback or fail, but have it be not as bad as it could be. A lot of shades of gray. Well, that's very true. And you're exactly right. And I think that's a good way. And it's a good way to keep your characters invested in what they do. Instead of just, okay, roll the die. Nope, sorry, failed. That's all you get. I do like the potential investment. Oh, Matthew, it's good to see you. Pants. Who's wear pants? That's something else. This guy wears pants. And I actually have pants on today. There's proof in the stream if you go back. Because when my camera wasn't working, it shot in my pants. All right, let's see here. This white's almost on here. Good to go. All right. Perfect. All right, we got some black to redo, but we're going to do that at the end. That's the deal. All right, we're going to go with the brown. I've got a dark brown. You know what I think I might do? I got a dark brown, and I do have a pink. You really want me to do pink? I've got voluptuous pink here. I know it's not called voluptuous pink, volupus pink. I do have that. Not sure. But yeah, I would go with a nice dark brown for the pants. All right. I don't think dark brown. Maybe sewage gas green, or sewage gas here. Gargax sewer. Sewer gas. Maybe I'll go with sewer gas. That's what I'll do. I'll do sewer gas pants. That'd be awesome. Let's grab my one brush again. The bigger brush. No pink. No pink. Got the sewer. Okay, we're gonna put this. So now, in case you're wondering, I do have off to the side here. I've got this little thing that holds my paints so I don't spill them. That's the deal. Looks like a bit of a burnt umber color to me, though. A bit darker. That's a great color. It's dark, dark. Yes, I've been impressed with this one. This is one I'm glad I picked up. We're gonna go with dark, dark here on the pants. Now, we have to be careful. Without a lot of recesses, I kind of need to kind of almost just do downward strokes almost all the way to where I want to get to. Like that. Whoops, that's bad. I hit the white. Okay. There we go. You kind of need to do them in one big stroke there. I say if not pink, as close as you can get to denim. Give him blue jeans. Oh my gosh, Peter, that would have been pretty funny. Blue jeans would have been pretty funny. And as you can see, contrast paints, sometimes when you're just doing a flat surface, kind of want to do in one big stroke. That's the deal. Let's get that card out of the way so I don't get that full of paint. That'd be awesome. It's better if I don't have my hand in the way when I try to make the paint stroke. So we're kind of getting the back of the pants. Hit that paint again, which is awesome, but that's okay. It's a paint, so I can go back and get it again. It's not the end of the world. Just mad at myself. Should have done the pants first. I knew I'd have to do them in one stroke. Might have to go back and give it another coat. That's the deal. And that's okay. More paint on the brush. Got his hand. That was awesome. We're going to come up this way then instead. Go around this cuff. And technically, I could paint that cuff brown and it wouldn't be the end of the world. I actually end up doing that. We'll see. I feel like the paint pot holder lack a sense of adventure. More exciting when we can spill at any moment. Yeah, you know, I spilled enough. I've spilled enough in my days. We're done with the spilling. I've decided spilling is not my favorite thing to do. There we go. So for now, I think they're pretty good. We're going to come back and probably give them a second layer here in a little bit. But for now, we're going to go to my favorite color, which is snakebite leather. I love snakebite leather. It's my favorite color, snakebite leather. We're going to put snakebite leather in the magic holder. And we are going to paint around the brown parts of this thing. That's the deal. Get some on our brush, put that in the magic, put this in the non-adventurous holder, I'll call it. We're just going to paint kind of this brown fur that's up here and these belt buckle things here, or belt loops, I guess you could say. There we go. Continuing around on this thing. Perfect. And I think there's one more little part here. I'm just gonna hit, there we go. We gotta hit one right here. Right there. And I think that's all of them. Boom. Move to juggle the paints. That would be the worst. What's the worst that could happen? You're going in the wrong direction. And I just spilled my tea. I give up. Back to the floor. Clearly my coordination hasn't. Oh no, Morganite. Lay down. Just listen to the soothing sound of my voice, and I will clear all of your problems away. Probably because I have my own problems that you can then live with here. We're going to do the same thing with this part here. We're going to give these a nice little paint here. With the fur that kind of goes around it. Might be off camera a bit, but that's okay. There's one on the top here. Just like that. There we go. That's done. All right, now let's go to the next part over here. Let's get this one. Going right around this, just like that. Make some fur. And down at the bottom as well. And there, that's done too. Perfect. Now comes the sneaky part. We need to grab and put, see if we can do this. It'll be tough. I'm going to try to get just these lines here. We did pretty good. Messed up a little bit. That's okay. I think we did pretty good on that. Okay. That looks pretty good. Not super impressed by the pants. We're going to go over them again. Getting close to the end of this guy. A couple more things to do here. First, I want to bring back the Gorgy Googer sewer guy here. Sewer gas. Shake it up a little bit. Put it on my magic pot. We're going to hit those pants again. And then I might maybe get some kind of dry brush on them or something. We'll see how this goes. There we go. That's a lot better. So I'm going over the pants again. And that should hide a lot of that original first coat with all the streaks. So as you can see, there's a lot of streaks on them. I don't like that. This will hopefully get rid of the streaks. So far, it's doing a pretty good job. There we go. beginning to look a lot better. There we go. And the good news is we haven't seen any spiders yet, so we're still safe from them tonight, which is awfully good. I'm actually planning to finish my recording of Phantom Epoch tomorrow. I hope to have it ready for people to watch on Saturday or Sunday. My plan. And like I said, Colin's going to join me on Tuesdays for more Phantom Epoch. We are Tuesday campaign game. We are actually going to be suspending our Isopharian Guard playthrough for now so that we can play Phantom Epoch. Because we were both really excited for this one. There we go. There. Now those pants look way better. Way better. Super excited for the pants. I don't like to have to do, I like to only have to do one coat, but sometimes you have to do what you have to do in order to get it right. And that's the deal. Nothing you can do about that. All right, let's see what we got next to do. We still got the top of his head. I want to paint a little more black on this thing a little bit because I scraped some of it off. We also got to paint, this is where you're going to see the hit points on the thing, so I'm going to actually paint that gold so that I can't miss it. We also need to go through and get more Wraithbone on this guy. I'm going to shut that up. Bring out the Wraithbone again because how big is this brush? That's a big brush. Let's get a small brush. There we go. Small brush. I want a small brush. There you go. I need to retouch up some of the places I hit with some of the other paints. Like down in here. There we go. All right, the rest of that's good. Now we got to get the back of this tail. It's going to be kind of tough. Let's see if we can do it. Can't really see it back there. Part of the problem, I can't see it. Tyson, why'd you have to make the mini so I can't see the back of the tail? Tyson's a game designer, in case you're wondering why I just randomly shouted out a name. And I think he was in the chat. I think he might still be here. I don't know. There we go. I think that should be pretty good, except I hit the tail back here. That's okay, because we're going to go through the whole black part again anyway. There we go. So far, good. There we go. All right, we're going to close that up. There you go. My bad. Oh, that's okay. Oh, we got it. We got the tail. So we're okay. We're okay. We're okay. Got the tail. I'm also glad my cameras, even though I've got a random camera in my face, at least we actually have a camera that's working. All right. So now we're going back to our black again. Again, I'm going to hit some spots that I've kind of already hit with my white a little bit. Like up there, right here. Hit those again. There we go. More black. Hit the tail down here, so we're going to hit that a little bit more black. There we go. Turn to the side, perfect. Oops, that's still working. Okay, good, it is. And did I hit any of that? No, I didn't. I need to hit his hand. We're going to do something to those claws at the end there. No, I hit a little bit of this heel back here. There we go. All right, we're getting close to the end of this guy. Then comes the true challenge. And let's hit the top of his head here. I have to be kind of careful. I don't want to hit the white parts that I already painted. So let's put some more black on there. Like I said, I'm being careful not to hit the white parts that I've already painted here. And so far, things are going great. Until that moment there, when I hit the white part coming around. Should have done the same thing I did on that side. I should have came from that side first. All right. This guy kind of looks like Anubis. I see. Those actually, I think, are supposed to be horns coming out of his head, but that's okay. We're going to just keep painting him black. I think I'm supposed to paint him more of a darker brown. Right around his head there. Almost done. I've got to come a little bit of the nose, but not too much of the nose. There we go. There. Not too shabby. Just have a little bit of touch up to do, and I think we're good here too. Wow, this guy's gonna be done. Boom. There. I just have to do a little bit on the sides because I kind of hit the part there that I didn't hit on that side. So I got to go back and do that. I think for the most part, this guy's pretty close to done. Now, I could do some dry brushing on him and things like that, but I think he's going to be just fine like this. My goal is tabletop quality, and this looks pretty good. These miniatures are fantastic for just nice, quick, easy painting up. I love it. So you can get back to the game. Instead of spending, I don't know, 9 hours on something like this, you can get this done pretty quick and get this back up onto the table, which is pretty awesome. All right, let's get some more Wraithbone. I'll do a little bit more here. Something that drives me nuts when companies put so much detail into a miniature. It drives me up the wall. That's another thing why the Shadows of Brimstone miniatures are so good. They're like, just hit that fine line of just nicely detailed, but also easy to paint. Very similar to these. Okay. Thank you. Jason says, looking good. Thank you. A couple more things to do. We have to remember, It's got some cool, super cool, like ray thing on it, like thing on its arm here that we got to paint. I'm going to use this. This is called Temple Guard Blue. So I'm going to use. Now, normally Temple Guard Blue is actually a really nice color to use, but my pot is absolutely, as you can see, archaically dead and destroyed. But it's funny enough, it actually works really well as like a layering paint. So I'm going to stick it, and actually if I might have a, oh here, I can show you what it actually looks like. I painted this guy with it. As you can see, his sword is painted with that, so it kind of has that feel where it's almost like a wash, like this like cool looking wash. So we're going to try to do that on his arm thing here. That's going to be the deal. So I'm going to reach into this pot here and get a little bit on there. There we go. Then we're just going to slightly paint that on there. There we go. Same on this side. Perfect. And there we go. I was gone for a second, just got back. The pants look good. Thank you. Yeah, pants look good. I'm pretty happy with pants. Happy with pants. We got these, the stuff done on the arms. I think this guy's looking pretty good here. I think it's time to move on to the next guy. There's one more spot that I'm not satisfied with. The problem is I always find one thing and I have to go fix it. I always find one thing I gotta fix. Okay. I have to fix one thing. I gotta dig back in my white. I was not happy with this. It's got a little bit too out of control over here. So we're gonna try to fix this. There we go. Looks a little bit better. Okay. I think we're good. As for the base, we're going to work on the base. I'm working on the preview video for Echoes of the Sundering right now. I'm working on a preview video. Oh, that's a fun game. I had that game. That was good. I wonder if you got my copy. They're pretty funny. That was a fun game. I'm really, really excited about that. Remember, pants good, no pants bad. That's smart thinking there, Steve. Smart thinking. Steve's got the right idea here. He's a smart man. I gotta take my cues from him. Actually, I did get your copy. Oh, well, good. You're in luck. I almost was just gonna throw everything in a box and say, have fun! But I'm not that kind of guy. I can't do that. Yeah, I got that was a fun game. I hope you enjoy that one. That one's fun. I really like that one. I pledged it on the thing. It's really fun. I've already pledged for my copy. I can hardly wait for it to get made. Be good. All right, now we're going to my go-to paint for gold is always Retributor Armor Gold. That's my gold paint. Now always reach for that one. That's the one I go for. That's what all of this is painted of. These are all Retributor Armor Gold with a Reikland Flesh Shade on top of it, which is this color right here. That's how I always paint all my gold. It does make it a little bit darker kind of gold, but I don't mind. And I know then you can do layers and you can highlight and blah, 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 blah. But Baron doesn't do that. That's too out of control. That's too much work. Now, I am going to be careful about painting this because I'm not sure what I'm going to do around this thing. I might not put too much basing around it because I want to make sure I can still see this. And also remember, if you do anything to these bases and stuff, do not do anything to the bottom part of this because you do not want to break the hit point dials that go along with it. Now, I did not break them, but I noticed that they were going to get a little tighter than I wanted them to be. So I did actually stop and I went and kind of scraped off some of the primer that I actually used. So I think it was it Yogi who gave an idea of putting like a blue tack or blue tape or painter's tape around that if you're going to prime all these guys to paint them. That's my and others' suggestion. All right. Now that guy's officially done. Now I've got a problem. We have to use that same white on this guy now. That's the deal. Because this guy's going to look very similar. And I'm not sure how far we're going to get on him because it is getting kind of late here. I've got maybe about another 15 minutes or so before I'm going to have to call it a day. But it has been an amazing journey so far. I'm going to get these guys painted up, and we're going to get the rest of the playthrough done. So those of you that watch the playthrough are going to wonder, wait, how did they paint? They went from not painted to painted. Yeah, they did. That's how it happens sometimes. Sometimes you get the game and you just want to play it. Even though they have gray minis, you want to play it. And so I wanted to play it. So I put it on the table. Played it. You know what we're going to do with this? We're going to paint almost this entire dude white, except for these pants and vest. These are going to be brown. And then his beak is going to be, I know it says orange on there, but I don't really have a good orange. So I'm going to use like a yellowish color, I think, and maybe put a red wash on top of it. As for these feathers here, this is super fun. I can either go through with a red paint and kind of paint them, or I might dry brush them with a little bit of red. I'm kind of still debating what I'm going to do about that. Down here he has some of these, we're going to use snakebite leather on these parts here. Again, there's this V thing here. These are these blue things you see on the picture. We are going to use that same blue paint that I've got right here. We're going to do that on that. And then these here are going to be snakebite leather. So we're going to go through, paint all of them white, do the other parts, and then we'll figure out what we're going to do about the red. That's going to be the plan. All right. So this guy, like I said, is done. I'm pretty happy with him. Actually, I'm very happy with him. And he is ready to go back onto the board and play the game. After I maybe figure out what I'm going to do about that base. I wanted to paint it black, but why did I paint him black then? We'll figure it out. Okay. This guy, we're going to use that same white. It's this Wraithbone white. It's kind of a cream color. I think it's really nice. We're going to shake this up a little bit more. There we go. Yes, you don't do the same thing on the minis that have those clear stands for flying dragons, jets, etc. And don't get any primer on the stands. Yes, no primer on the stands, especially if the stands do stuff, because they've been kind of pretty much like mathematically, ooh, that was the wrong button, mathematically figured out that how to get it so it works. All right, let's get this open and get this painted. Like I said, not sure how far we're going to get on this guy. We're going to get to work on him, because he might need 2 coats of this white. We'll see. So we're going to paint even all the feathers and everything. All of this is going to be white. We're just going to start right here and just start going. I'm just going to go right down this thing here, start painting it. And the reason is because I can go over that with the red, with the red either as a dry brush, or if we decide to paint it with the actual red paint, we can do that. I've got a red called, what is it, Blood Angels Red? Blood Angels Red. This could be the red we could use. That'll work just fine. Wow, found my water cup. I like water cups. Water cup, oh la la, water cup, water cup, water cup. Okay, let's keep going with the white on his feathers. Perfect. On his arm. All the way up to the vest. Underside of the arm. Get some more paint on the brush. Now I'm guessing this would normally we'd be doing a 2-coat process here, but we'll see. We might be able to get away with 1. This is my rogue, in case people are wondering. This one's special power is that whenever he moves, based on, so in this game, you are going to pick cards based on how much stamina you have. Once you, and then you're going to play your cards. You can choose to play your cards for what they are, or you can discard them and gain move value equal to the stamina cost it costs you to have the card in your hand. Characters can only have a maximum of cards equal to their stamina value, which is found on this side. Or sorry, not stamina, action point value. Maybe I should use the right words. Action point value. So it's a really cool system. So you could actually play like 5 cards if you have enough action points to play them. But of course, the more action points you spend on cards, the later you're going to go in the round. The later you go in the round, whatever your plan is, it might not be happening anymore because the enemies may have gone and moved somewhere else, or somebody might have killed the guy you were thinking about killing or something. So it's a fine line as to how you're going to do it. Now, when you play solo, I have noticed that, of course, I know what the AP values are of both my guys, which isn't that big of a deal. I don't think there's anything you can do to combat that, but it worked out. The thing is, you still don't know what the enemy is going to do, and that's the most important factor in how the game is going to be played out, is what those enemies do. And you'll see all that in the playthrough when I do it. Or you can go watch it right now. Board Game Officer has a great playthrough you can watch, and he explains all that as well. Probably does a better job of it too. Continuing just to paint white up this guy here. Now he does have these like wrist guards here, so we're going to paint those a different color, so I don't want to get too much white on those. Again, it wouldn't matter if I did. I could have painted this whole guy white. I could have primed him white is probably what I should have done. But I didn't even think about it. I was going to use the apothecary white, and I was like, oh, that'll be great. Nope, I forgot. It's so gray. It's a really bad color. I should get a different white. I mean, this white works, but I wish there was a real contrast white. I mean, if there might have, I mean, I bought my contrast paints so long ago, back when they first came out. They might have upped their ability and actually have a good contrast white. I don't know. I don't actually know the answer to that. Dustin might. Dustin knows a lot about the paint lines. Or somebody else out there might as well. All right, continuing with this white, we're almost done with the upper part. Now, I don't think this is going to get dry enough to do the red on it, but we'll get the rest of this guy done, and we'll have to do the red on a different day, which might be tomorrow. We'll see. This Friday, after all. Tomorrow we are going to my in-laws to have some pizza and play some 500. That is the plan. It'll be fun. Now his whole face is this white and red, so we're going to do that. Sorry, I heard my name, but not the question. Oh, good. Are you? You're not locked on to me? Come on, Dustin. Oh, I just was wondering if there's a newer Citadel paint that's like a white paint for contrast, because the only one I have is that apothecary white, and I'm not really a big fan of it. I was hoping I'd be more of a fan of it than I am. Every time I pull it out, it never is exactly what I'm hoping it would be. I don't use contrast paint, so no help there. Well, Morganite, that's Morganite's loss. No, I'm kidding. Everybody gets their own way of painting. I like the contrast paints a lot, which is pretty nice. And we're just painting his face. I'm not going to try to paint the beak, but if I do, it's not the end of the world again, just like everything else. I'm going to paint his neck up a little bit here. There we go. I think that's about all I'm going to get there. Not bad. I can never get them to work right. Yeah, I have a hard time. And then he's got his whole body showing here, so we're just going to paint the body white here. Right up next to the vest, and right up next to the belt. There we go. Now we go around to the back. Same thing. Paint the back all the way up to the belt. I'm going to turn it this way to paint up to the belt. And turn it this way to paint up to the back of that jacket. Which again, the end of the world if I get it on there. We can paint right over it. You always try to paint from outside in is what I've always learned. So something that's deeper into the miniature you want to try to paint first. There's a few kind of rules like that. Usually on white I do a light gray, then just regular Citadel white color in the real thin coats over it. Oh, that's not a bad idea. Funny thing, I don't even have the Citadel white color. This is about as close to white as I've got. I don't paint a lot of white. No, don't know why. I just don't paint a lot of white. All right, we're getting these feathers nice and white here. This actually looks pretty cool. Kind of wish I didn't have to paint red over. I'm gonna mess this all up. You watch. Take votes on that. White and yellow are hard to get right. Yes, I agree. Oh my gosh, you should see some of my night goblins. Yellow. Oh, barf. It's so bad. Because that was back when I was priming in black. And black, trying to paint white and yellow on top of black. Bleh, never works. Looks so bad. I mean, there's ways of doing it. I just thin down acrylics until they wash consistently. They're a wash consistency if I want a contrast paint effect. Wow. It's a great plan, Morganite. Morganite's got some good plans there. I really want to try, what is this? Color Forge spray primers. They have tons of colors and can basically be used as a primer and base coat. Oh, I know Army Painter used to do some of that. But I tried a couple of them. And sadly, one of them I tried didn't work all that great. So I kind of moved away from that and just went back to Citadel's Gray Seer Gray. That's what I do. I mean, it's kind of expensive, but gets the job done. All right, now we gotta get the back of these feathers here inside there. Paint these feathers up. Paint these feathers up. That's a song. That's a Paint the Feathers Up song. I just made that song up. It's going to be on the new hit single, Meet Me at the Table Songs. That's the name of the album. Right there. Boom. Nailed it. It'll be so good. Going platinum. Do albums even go platinum anymore? I mean, everything's now just download the song. I wonder if it's just songs that go platinum now. Colorforge just became available in US a couple of months ago. Before it was UK only. Oh, okay. That's cool. Ooh, look at those. There's going to be a Spire's End 2 at some point. Oh, maybe at the painting table singles. That's right. I'm going to do that. Do some meeting at the table singles and write some songs. I'll make the AI write songs for me, and I'll make a mint until they track me down and take all my money from me and boycott me and all that stuff. Is the Falco from the Star Fox in that you're painting? That's hilarious. Oh my gosh, I never even thought about that. Totally looks like that guy. That totally does. Maybe you should yell Falcon Punch when he punches people too. I bet that was Tyson's inspiration. 100%. Had to be. Yeah, doesn't it? It so does, doesn't it? It totally looks like it. Oh my gosh. Maybe he could do a barrel roll. Do a barrel roll. Now I'm just out of control. Currently the K-pop, what's this K-pop Demon Hunters soundtrack is topping all the charts. Those songs are unbelievably catchy. Well, I'll have to check that out. Do a barrel roll. Exactly. Do a barrel roll. Do a barrel roll. Woo. Oh, that's so much fun. Oh, my son had, we got the Nintendo Switch thing, and you can get all the old games on it, and Star Fox is one of them. My son was playing it the other day, and he's like, Dad, this game's so old. I'm like, I know it is. We all played it, though, when we were younger. It's just what you did. You played them. My daughters are obsessed with K-pop Demon Hunter stuff. I'm now I'm intrigued. Now I have to check this out. I have to go check out this Demon Hunters Demon Pop. K-pop, sorry. K-pop Demon Hunters. I know there's an anime called Demon Hunters. Is that where this comes from? Or is this like an actual group called Demon Hunters? Not gonna lie, whenever Falco flew in front of me, I would accidentally shoot him repeatedly. Oh, you're so nice. That's great. That's what you call teamwork. I am never playing a game with Steve. I'll never I shouldn't say it. I'll play games with Steve. I'm just not getting in front of Steve. Ever. Ever. Ever, Steve. I'm never getting in front of you. Drives me nuts that's now I know I'm old. I can't stand the music these days. I watched it apparently the day it came out, and Golden has been stuck in my head on loop. Interesting. It's from the Netflix movie or show. It's on Netflix, a new Amsterdam animated film. Okay, see, that keeps coming up on my feed, and I keep thinking, oh, I should totally watch it, but I have a hard time. I don't really watch movies that much, more than I watch shows. So when I saw it came as a movie, but I think it's like an hour and a half long. I'll have to watch it. I'll have to watch that. And then I should go hum the songs at work the next day. Not a single person at my work would know them. And if they did, they would not admit that they know them. That's the deal. Sage advice. There you go. Okay. I got the white on this guy. The white's all done. Actually, it's drying pretty fast. I like that. Okay. Let's get that paintbrush washed off. And let's get some... We are going to do... what's in there? That same one that I gave him. No, I think I like a lighter color. We are going to do the snakebite leather again. We're going to go snakebite leather on this. That's the deal. I went and watched the live action How to Train Your Dragon on Tuesday, and it was actually pretty good. Actually stayed awake. That's half the battle, right? When you go to watch a movie, half the battle is staying awake. I actually have heard good things about that movie. That's one that we're probably going to see at some point. I think my kids would enjoy it. Ridley, he's older now. At least he might have some nostalgia for it, but I know Bennett would like it. You'd be surprised. It's insane you're popular with nearly every demographic. That's kind of scary, isn't it? I wouldn't get in front of me either, only because I have the coordination of a newborn horse. Well, that's great. That goes about as good as my coordination. I always tell people I got the coordination of an elk. That's what I've got. That's what I got. Does this channel have a Discord? It should. It should have a Discord. Maybe I should work on that, huh? Dustin, I'll work on that. We might actually start getting a Discord. I don't know how much how often I would be able to use the Discord, but I probably should get a Discord for this channel. Right now, if you're interested in finding us on the Discord, Colin and I, we do have a Meet Me at the Table tab or sub cord. I don't know what those things are. Hashtag cord on the One Stop Co-op shop. Because I used to be affiliated with the One Stop Co-op shop a couple of years ago. And then we decided to just kind of, I had always had Meet Me at the Table as a channel, but I was also doing work and content with them. And then we decided just to, I decided to break off, do my own stuff this way, because there's just a lot of creators on the channel itself. And this way we could kind of do the things we wanted to and be able to post kind of things we want to and do the kind of stuff we're hoping for, like painting streams, things like that. So Colin and I had Meet Me at the Table. Then Colin came over from One Stop Co-op Shop and joined me because he really only lives 15 minutes from me. And we were starting to do a bunch of live stuff together. We were playing games together all the time. So we thought, why don't you just come over here, over to my channel. We're going to rock out and have a lot of fun. And that's kind of the history of how Colin joined my channel, but also why there's also a Discord hashtag thing inside the One Stop Co-op Shop Discord. But I'm going to work on that. Maybe that'll be my big thing to plan in August. Because in August, I got a lot of stuff kind of coming up. I'm not sure how much I'm going to work on the channel, so maybe I'll try to work on that. That'll be a good idea. Definitely need one. I enjoy the chat here. Well, thank you, Dustin. I enjoy the chat here too. We got a lot of really, really wonderful people in the chats whenever we do a live stream. So getting them into all the Discord, I think, would be fun. I will have to do that. I'll have to do that. You are putting the inspiration in my head to make it happen. I'll have to do that. All right, we're going to work on some pants. I'm just going to paint the belt the same color. Everything's going to be the same color here. And this we go. Right, like that. There we go. Get all this painted. Nice. And this has some ridges on it, so it's actually going to work really well. You stole Colin. I did not steal Colin. That is fake news. He came willingly to the dark side. I taunted him with fun and giant mugs. And so he's here to stay. I stole Colin. Yep, Mike's on his own now over at the One Stop Co-op Shop, in case people do not know that channel. They are, it's Mike and Peter and who's still over there? I think it's Jason as well. And they start making videos, and it's a really well done channel. He does a fantastic job over there. Super good. We still stay in contact with them. I actually made a fantasy football league with Peter. Super fun. They're really great guys. I really like them a lot. I said stole, not kidnapped. That is true. You did say stole, not kidnapped. Need to get some more snakebite leather. There we go. Put it on these pants. Looks so good. I love snakebite leather. I'm going to try to paint this without painting his leg. Kind of the plan there. All right, I think we did pretty good on that. That pants part is done. Now over to this side. Again, not trying to hit the leg. Just like that, perfect. Sounds like Stockholm Syndrome. Uh-oh. You know words I don't know. The heck is Stockholm Syndrome? Let me guess, it's some medical thing that I should probably know because I'm a nurse, right? Is that what it is? I'm gonna look like a fool? Board game officer? I'm gonna be very sad. I keep trying to get my streaming setup going again. The house repairs are endless and taking up all my time. Morganite, that's too bad. Makes me sad. Well, I had to take a whole month off of my channel because I had to try to get our house up and running. We were getting ready. We we had a rental property that we sold, and it took me, oh my gosh, over a month to get that thing back up to so I could sell it. Ugh, so much work. So much work. There we go. I think we got that pants done. I might have gotten a little bit too excited on that pants, but that's okay. Nope, I should not have said the word excited in the pants. That was bad. That was bad. Nobody's gonna hear them. I'm not gonna hear the end of that one. All right. His pants are done. That's when you fall in love with your kidnapper. Well, there you go. I'm actually glad I didn't know that then. Okay, it makes me a little bit happier. I do not have Stockholm Syndrome. That's half. Now I know. That's it. EC, good to see you. Thank you so much for joining today. Awesome to have you here. You jumped in just in time. That's time for the fun. Oofta. It's almost time for me to go, but you got a little bit of fun there at the end there. All right, we're just gonna do this guy's what do you call it? Vest and pants here, and I think that's gonna be it. We're gonna have to call it. I'm gonna run out of time here. Sadly, I gotta go work tomorrow. If I didn't have to work, that'd be awesome, but that's not how it works. Gotta work. That's the deal. Haha, either doesn't have pants or excited in the pants. Yeah, that was good stuff. Huh? Getting us all in a Discord chat is the third sign of the apocalypse. It follows the Sharknado films and the Dallas Cowboys winning the Super Bowl. The third sign of the apocalypse is upon us almost. Yeah, I'll have to do a Discord. I'll have to do a Discord. That'll be good. And I have to set a Discord up anyway because I know that when we did a charity event, one of the stretch goals for the charity event was that Colin was going to watch the Aliens movies. And I know I can't do that on YouTube. I could maybe get it going on Discord, though, where I can play it and people can watch along and chit-chat with us while we watch Aliens, Alien 3, and maybe even Alien Resurrection. I might even watch them all, because those are my favorite movies of all time. And I make references to them, and he has no idea what I'm talking about. Ever. Oof. Sorry if you can't see this. I'm kind of underneath the miniature right now, just trying to paint this brown on. And I'm kind of failing, but that's okay. I can touch it up with that white again afterwards. There we go. We're way past the third sign. Watch party, hobby stream would be fun. Yeah, that's kind of what we're hoping for. Hoping to try to get something lined up like that. That would be super fun. Super fun, Dustin. Well, I do appreciate everybody jumping on such short notice, because you never know. My painting streams are always like, well, let's see what should I do tonight. Oh, I'll just paint a miniature. I better jump on and do it, because it's way more fun to paint when you got people to chit-chat with. Ooh, I can finally see all the way through the second and third films then. I always kept, what does it say here? Catching them on TV during the last 15 minutes. Oh, yeah. That's too bad. You know, it's funny. I remember when Aliens came out on TV for the first time, and it was like actually more of a director's cut at that time. And so it's like, what the heck is... And the interesting thing is, when they originally showed it on TV, I've actually been looking for this copy, and I cannot find it anywhere. The original time it came on TV, they actually went through and edited out all the swear words in the movie, which were a ton of them. And rumor had it, I might be wrong, that they actually had the cast come back in and talk over the swear words, like actually say different words over the swear words. And they wanted it to have the actual cast because they want it to be like authentic, instead of just some random person saying something like, well, we're in some really pretty, darn it. I mean, you know what I mean? Where it wouldn't sound anything like it. So it was that's the rumor I heard. I could be completely wrong about that, but if so, I think it'd be really cool. And I'd love to get a hold of that copy, because that'd be the copy I'd like to show Colin. Because, I mean, all the swearing is not up his alley, but that's okay. He said he'd still watch it, so I'm okay with that. I don't know if that is ever... I've looked for it. I can't find it anywhere. No streaming channel, of course, has it. And I can't find it, like, on DVD or VHS. I can find, like, the director's cuts and things like that, but I can't find the one that they used on TV itself, which is too bad. I'm just doing his armbands now. And after that, we're gonna be done for tonight. I think we got, there we go. Oh, we got the leg band. We got the leg ones too, sorry. It's always something, right? Always something else. I could just finish the base stuff here on this guy tonight. There we go. Something like that. It's probably lost in the archives. The studio won't ever be seen again. You're probably right, 100%. Because, I mean, they're never going to show it like that on TV again. They're just always just going to play the actual version of it. And that's what you do. All right, now I'm going to try to go around this. It's kind of got a lip of it here, and I want to hit the lip, but I don't want to hit the skin. There we go. Okay, I think I got it. Perfect. All right. Then down here, same thing. A little bit of a lip down here. Now, I don't use one. A lot of people do. They use like these things that can hold miniatures, like these things. I don't use these. I have one. Rarely use it. But it would be kind of nice because then most of the time I'm always balancing my hand on, I always try to support my hand either on the surface of the table, or if I'm up trying to get into something, I'm supporting it on my hand or the miniature itself. And if I support on the miniature, like the top of his head, I mean, kind of pull some of the paint off of that. And so I'm kind of trying to be careful not to do that. But I mean, if you do, you just go back and paint. It's usually why some of the last parts I paint is like a miniature's head, because or the hair and stuff like that, like you saw in that last miniature. It was one of the last things I painted. Okay, I totally failed on that one, but that's okay. There we go. And underneath here, I can't really see what's going on. Oh boy. I think I totally messed that up. Oh yeah, 100%. Let's come back in and fix that later. Use old pill bottles and sticky tack. Yep, that's something you can do. 100%. I just don't really, I like to have my hand on the miniature. Curious question. Do you not like painting handles? Pill bottles work great. This is true. This is true. Yeah, I actually just don't like anything like that. I think it's because I grew up painting like this. Grew up like I'm super old. Well, I guess I am. And I just actually like having the miniature on my hand, I think is the deal. Wow, I really screwed up that one. That one I did really well on. That's okay. Yeah, I don't like handles. I don't know why. I think I just like to have my hand on the miniature. Weird like that. All right, last thing we do. I've got this yellow. And we're going to use this. This is contrast Naz. This is this yellow. This yellow. It says right here, this yellow. Put that right here. We're going to use this on his feet, because he's kind of got these chicken leg things. So we're going to kind of paint the chicken legs here. Like that. See a little bit more. There we go. Chicken legs. One more spot over here. And again, I'm not too worried about the base. I'm going to figure out what I'm going to do about that base. It's all about the base, right? Isn't that the song? See, I'm hip. My wife would definitely beg to differ that. She thinks I'm not hip. I don't know. There we go. Oofda. There you go. Perfect. You're not that old. I'm 52 and I don't look a day over 57. That's fantastic, Steve. That's good work. I'm proud of you. Actually, I will be turning 50 this year. This is I am getting old. I'm getting old. That's okay. That's okay. All right. So we got one guy completely done. Super happy about him. We're just got to do a little base on him and then he'll be ready to go. So he's going back on the table tomorrow. If I can get him in the shot, there we go. That's good stuff. Then we also got this guy we're going to slowly work on. I got maybe another, thinking maybe about a half hour, 40 minutes on this guy. The base colors are on him. I just got to get the blue things and the red wings, and I got to do some touch up on the white because I painted some of the brown onto the white. So I think we're good with that for now. But that is it. Thank you all for joining. Whoosh, that can get out of there. Oh, nope, instead we get the string now. Whee, okay. Why not? Why not? That's how it's been. I'm turning 40 in August. Well, that's good. How much older are you than Colin? That is a great question. Oh my gosh. Maybe I should have a poll for that. See what you guys think. That's, I think, if I remember right, is either 38 or 39. So he's about 10, he's over 10 years older, younger than I am, actually. I guess I'm the baby of the group. I'm only 43. That's awesome. Morgan has me beat. Morgan has me beat. Nope, you have, yep, right as you type it, Morgan beats you. Oh, that's funny. But yeah, no, Colin, I think is, I want to say 39 or something. Still young. Yes. Everybody is young. We are all still young. This is true. That's main course, main thing. Okay. Cover all your pots when you're done painting. Make sure they are all sealed. You don't want your pots drying out. Now, of course, use little dropper bottles, and as long as you keep tops on them, you're good to go. But there you go. Thank you for the stream. Good stream. Yes, I thank you all for being here. Thanks for the stream, and thanks to chat. I appreciate everybody being here. It's super fun to have people in the chat. If it wasn't for all of you, this just wouldn't be fun. This would just be me painting miniatures on my own, and I would be bored. So thank you all for joining. I appreciate everything and everything you do in the chat, everything you do outside of the chat, everything about everything, I guess. So before I babble too much, I appreciate you guys being here. Thank you for joining the painting stream. If you're excited to see these guys on the table now, on the table, that's right, they're going to join me in Phantom Epoch. And don't forget, Colin and I are going to be playing Phantom Epoch for our live playthroughs coming up. In the near future. So thank you so much for watching. And if you're excited to see East Phantom Epoch, or of course anything else that Colin and I have coming up, then I need you to meet me at the table. Thank you all for joining. Have a wonderful evening.